Please don't spoil the movie by adding your own soundtrack. And we're live, baby. Hi, I am Dom Toretto.
Okay, Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
I am Annalise Keaton.
Who the hell?
How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh, I never watched that. And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the Movie, a podcast with two sisters who love each other, talk about movies.
What should we tell them? The exciting news, Jordan?
Oh, good. She can't wait. Let's
No, I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about our TikTok thing.
Our TikTok. I was like,
our TikTok.
That was exciting. We had our first viral TikTok. Now it won't be our last, but yes, it was exciting.
I'm very excited. I've never gone viral before.
We had our first viral TikTok, and we had our first really racist comment.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
What is that, girl?
It was this some woman. She was saying, I don't know how she got this. She was saying they're racist. They hate black girls. Hate girls with black hair.
She said, "We do that." She said, "We do that."
We do that. She from
That's us.
From that TikTok, she says that we black girls hate Darla because we're hating on her.
Because she has black hair?
She has black hair.
Be for real.
One, we love Darla. And two,
we stand Darla.
So she just found something to...
The trolls are going to troll. They'll find anything.
Literally, someone's comment is like, they're literally not talking about race. They're like, what? How'd you
like, where did you get that?
Yes.
How did you deduce that from this?
But when we first started seeing numbers and the comments were coming in, I was already overwhelmed. I was like, I cannot... Because TikTok is a whole different beast with the comments.
I'm not on the tick. I'm really not.
Yeah. The comments, people be...
They be trolling.
They be trolling.
They be wild on there.
They be wild.
Okay, so the TikTok that went viral is the TikTok that... Well, you made it. I didn't make it.
Uh-huh.
For the last movie we did, The Little Rascals.
Oh, yes.
And it has 472,000.6 views and 65,000 likes.
Yeah.
That inspired me. After I saw that, I was like, oh my God, now I want to start like my own TikTok. And I was like, now.
A movie TikTok or just your own TikTok?
No, just of me.
Yeah. Mine just like, yeah, just of me. What? Okay, sorry. Yeah, it's not fun.
But
don't let the...
TikTok's a lot of work, so I actually don't know how far I'll actually go with
People
that.
are mean.
Yeah.
People just say what they feel on there. And I'm like,
I wonder why this one. I was like, this one wasn't even like
I wonder
the
why.
best one.
You
know the one, first of all, I didn't know you made all these. I was like, when did she make these? The one that I really liked was the one you made for white chicks. I was like, that's the one that should have went viral.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I liked that one.
I don't know which ones go. I think maybe it's a...
Did you use hashtags or something?
I use hashtags on all of them.
On all of them?
Yeah.
I wonder what. This is so random.
And I had a I don't know. It is random. And
literally going viral is just so random. It's really just like literally not even luck. It's just random.
I got in the right algorithm.
Yeah,
must have been.
Did you post it at the right time?
I do try to post them at the right time based on the Google, and I did
not based on the Google.
What the Google tells me, and then I tried to make this one shorter. Some of mine's are a little longer. I think they like 30 seconds.
Right.
I don't know,
or you lose them.
Yeah. So this one was like 25 seconds.
Yeah, you got to get them.
Yeah.
First 10 seconds or they're out of there.
Yeah. But exciting. I'm sorry if you guys are like, oh my God, they're talking about the TikToks. Sorry. This is big news for us.
Yeah, this is a big deal for us, okay? We're trying to go places here. So that segues into us, follow, like, rate, subscribe, review. Follow us on TikTok at Please Don't Spoil the Movie. Follow us on Instagram at Please Don't Spoil. Those are the only social media handles that we have. We don't find it necessary to have any other ones.
Yes.
I mean, who cares about anything other than Instagram and TikTok
today?
We do have a Facebook. We do have a Facebook?
I did create a Facebook.
Oh.
And we do have a Pinterest.
Oh.
Really
unbeknownst to me.
Sorry.
I guess maybe I'll throw our ring in there for Twitter too.
Yeah. Oh, that seems like work. But Twitter would be fun because we just reposting like movies that we.
Yeah.
That'd probably be the easiest. But anywho,
we'll work on the Twitter.
Yeah. But yes. So download, tell your friends, come back.
And that segues us into even greater news.
Okay. Yes.
Drum roll, please. Very light drum rolls. It's fine.
I gotta save the big one for the pod.
What?
I gotta save the big one for the pod.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, and I am happy to announce for a third year in a row, I have made the roster for the 2023-2024 New Orleans Saints cheer crew. Once again, I am an NFL cheerleader for the third year in a row. You're looking at a seasoned veteran.
You're getting up there in age.
Just an old hag, I know, huh?
Just an old hag.
Yes. But these knees still got another year left in them.
I know. How's your ankle?
It's fine. Oh, I completed physical therapy.
Oh, that was quick.
Yes, girl, the last day, because when I first got there, like my first day, the owner was like, okay, 4 weeks, like twice a week for 4 weeks, and I think you'll be good. So last week was my last week, and I was like leaving, and they were like, oh, do you want to, like, what time do you want to come back next week? And I was just like, this is technically supposed to be my last day. Uh-huh. And then I had to do like a test or whatever. And I had to score like a 90%. I got like 110 because, you know.
What's the...
I literally had to like jump a certain distance on like my bad ankle.
Oh, okay.
But I had to score at least a 90%. I scored like 109 or something like that. And so they were like, okay, you're good to go. And I was like, wait, this is so sad. I feel like I know you guys. Yeah. And I was like, they gave me like a t-shirt and they're like, this isn't goodbye, just see you later. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna cry.
Right, because you work so really personal with those people.
Yeah, and the room is so tiny.
Right.
So we're all on top of each other in there. And I'm just like, I feel like I know all of y'all and I've known y'all for years. Right. I was really sad. I was like, oh.
I would love to be, if I ever decide to do the medical field, physical therapy. Also, guys, if you guys hear some talking in the background, it's because
the heat, our water heater is out,
and they're working on it right now.
And we've been taking cold showers.
Yeah, and we both have such busy days today, so we had to, I'm going out of. Were you finished with your NFL thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I was done.
I didn't want to take your shine. But I go out of town tomorrow.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Arizona, Phoenix.
That's going to be so fun.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Scottsdale. What's there to do? What's on the itinerary?
It's just it seems like it's a very much...
Are you going to see the Grand Canyon? That's in the Arizona, huh?
It is, but probably not. I think it's a little far. I don't think we're going to rent a car. But, day parties, aesthetic... Arizona, Scottsdale seems to be aesthetic. We're trying to go hiking. It seems like it's going to be very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, for those little,
Yeah. It's giving like Vegas mixed with like Palm Springs. Like turn up, but like chill at the same time. I'm really excited to see it. People say it's really beautiful. I'm excited and scared to go hiking because I know it's going to be hot. But yeah, I'm excited. I need a break from work. Then people would be aggravating me. God.
Yeah.
Just aggravating.
Treat yourself, honey. Especially after they laid off like half of the workforce over there.
Yes, exactly.
That is not. I said it last time, and I'll say it again. That is not good for morale.
Girl, the morale, and like I said it again, the morale was really low. They're just so annoying. They literally like my boss like cares so much. He's like a micromanager, but he like it's just he's so. Oh, he never hears this. He's so bad. It's just like
we never hear this.
Relax.
It sucks.
Like relax. Like the culture in my department, I don't know if it's like company wide, but the culture in my department is disgusting. It's not for me. Like, sir, I'm just here to make money. Like I don't care. I don't. I really don't care. I'll do what I have to do, but if you want me to put more effort than the effort I'm getting, I just can't.
I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna give the bare minimum.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and I'm not gonna go above and beyond. Y'all not paying me
standard. I'm doing the standard amount.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid
nothing
above
more,
and beyond
nothing less.
Exactly.
I feel that. Well, that'll be a fun trip. I feel like Arizona is not the typical, you people go like Destin, being here in the South. People always go to Destin, Florida, Alabama. Really extravagant, you go to like California.
Yeah.
So Arizona, that's a fun one.
Yeah, I think it's up and coming. It seems like a new like bachelorette spot.
I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah.
I feel like for whatever reason, people are Tennessee or Nashville seems to be the spot. But I feel like slowly
Arizona is like Nashville, but like for saucy whites. It's giving like
because like Nashville's giving the conservative whites. I would never go to Nashville for a bachelor trip, but
it's like ooh.
I feel like one of the girls who I went to high school with, who I was really close with in high school, excuse me. They had like a best friend and she got married and I think they went to Arizona for her bachelorette trip. And I think one of my friends on the team, she went to a bachelorette trip and they went to Arizona.
Where would you want to go for a bachelorette trip?
Miami or Vegas. Those are the only options.
If I have a bachelorette trip, I want to do half the time in Vegas and then the last part in Palm Springs. Like turn up and then let's go chill.
Oh, I like that idea.
And sit by a pool, relax.
Yeah. And I used to think when I was a little bit younger, first of all, probably won't get married for at least another 8 years. But when I was younger, I was like, Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas, Las Vegas. Now it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm 100% Miami.
Okay.
Like,
why?
I don't know.
Miami is turned.
I just feel like just like in Las Vegas, all you have is the strip.
Gamble, yeah.
You're restricted to this one street.
Yeah.
Miami, you got the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Let's turn it.
Hopefully,
well, not the whole city.
Yeah.
In Miami.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen to Florida in these next coming weeks. Because, they passed that immigration law thing.
I'm not familiar. What's going on?
They told companies if you hire undocumented workers, that you had to pay like a $10,000 fine or something like that. So literally all the all the immigrants are like leaving.
Throw Florida.
Are leaving Florida, and like no one's working at the construction sites, the farms. Like
Florida is just
what the. It's just
what are they doing over there in Florida?
And then I think the NAACP told black people not to go to Florida.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
I did hear that. They were like, stop going.
And which recall that basketball player, he's moving his family out of Florida.
Who?
The one with the transgender daughter.
Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade is moving.
Oh, yeah, because they did live in Miami.
Yeah.
Smart, yeah.
They're like,
out of Florida.
Yeah.
Because the governor is garbage.
It's so sad. They have so many pretty things.
Right. It's just like.
But yeah, Florida is going to be interesting soon. And
then like when I think of like the South, Florida doesn't even like register in my brain. So it's just like, why are y'all just so deeply racist? Like, yeah, technically is the South. Okay, because like Miami, that's like not the South. Right. But like the I don't know, the Panhandle?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? So like Pensacola, Panama, I guess that's all, that's Southern. It's just like, I feel like when I'm near water, I should see. No, when I'm near water, or the ocean, or the beach, I feel like I should see liberal thoughts here. I feel like conservatism and the beach don't add up.
Oh my God, but that's all they love. They love that Florida.
Right.
Conservatives love Florida. They love Disney. They love the beach.
They do, and I don't like it.
It's crazy. Also, Florida, like, it's so crazy to be racist in Florida. I'm like, this is like Spanish town, like. Like
the southern part of it for sure. Miami area.
I'm sorry, but Florida's another thing it's so different. Like, sometimes I don't even consider Destin, Florida. I forget that Miami's Florida, Orlando. It's just like so many.
It's just like there's so many different cultures in Florida. Because like Miami is like just like a different like
Miami.
It's really like the New Orleans of Louisiana.
Yeah,
but
Louisiana doesn't even have
greater.
Yes, and Louisiana doesn't even have that many options.
Right.
It's like New Orleans,
because
maybe.
It's like once you live New Orleans, it's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
But like once you live Miami, it's like you get different experiences for sure. Yes. Florida's weird.
So weird. But I know people. I used to follow this other podcast the guy was from Miami, and he was like, I do not claim Florida. I'm from Miami.
Rightfully so.
They were like, what state? Someone was asking him a question. He was like, what state are you from? He's like, Miami. He's like, that's not a state. He's like, Miami.
Do not associate me with the rest of that state. I'm not mad at him.
I'm not mad at him either. That's all I got for you.
That's all I got too.
Let's hop in. I really like podcasting in the daytime. I don't know why.
It gives us the rest of the day to do whatever we want. Like once when we do it on a Friday night, it's just like we're done. That's it. The day's over.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, we're tired. Mm-hmm. But yes, I like it in the daytime.
Here we are. Think trio. Think international spies. Think gorgeous, amazingly, incredibly talented women. Think people from different backgrounds and different talents and different aesthetics, but they all come together.
One.
Think secret rich billionaire.
Love.
Backing it all. Think secrets. Think gadgets. Think gizmos. Think martial arts. Think redhead. Think blonde. Think brunette. Okay. And that leads us to drumroll, please. Charlie's Angel. Good morning, Charlie.
That's the theme song.
Oh, that was
what I was doing. Yeah, you didn't get it. Okay.
What the hell that was? Okay. Summary. A trio of elite private investigators armed with the latest in high-tech tools, high-performance vehicles, martial arts techniques, and an array of disguises unleash their state-of-the-art skills on land, sea, and air to track down a kidnapped billionaire to be and keep his top-secret voice identification software out of lethal hands. They're beautiful. They're brilliant, and they work for Charlie. And Charlie's Angels, a sexy, high-voltage update of the original 70s action comedy TV series.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, I didn't realize it was a show. I thought it was a movie. Okay, sorry.
Are you serious?
I thought the original was a movie.
What?
You act like you've seen it.
I haven't, but you never knew it was a show?
I knew it was a remake, but I thought it was a movie.
Oh, no.
I didn't realize it was a show.
That's alarming.
It's like Totally Spies. Ugh, love the show.
Oh, anyway. Great show. I'm actually very upset that you didn't know that was a series, but whatever.
Wow, okay.
The film was released November 3rd, 2000 by Sony Pictures.
Sony!
The film is directed by Mick G. Okay. And his directorial debut, and written by Ryan Rowe, Ed Solomon, and John August. And is a continuation of the 1970s TV series. Budget? Would you like to guess it? Oh, you.
No, I didn't.
I like that.
I didn't read it.
I didn't put it. I remembered it because I was like, she's gonna see it.
My guess is the budget is $30 million.
No, this is an action movie, Jordan.
$50 million.
Better.
Wait,
where did it go?
$100 million.
$93 million.
Oh wow!
Yes, can you believe it?
I actually can't.
Okay.
There's a lot of costume changes, but.
And good job, I'm proud of you. And box office.
$200 million.
Oh my God, you're getting so much better. Take one more guess.
$275 million. Am I amazing?
Oh my God. It made $264.1 million.
Yeah, that's a profit.
Yeah, a huge one, baby.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Okay, cast. Cameron Diaz as Natalie Cook.
Yes.
Drew Barrymore as Dylan
Yes.
Sanders. Lucy Liu as Alex Monday, spelled with a U. Bill Murray as John Bosley.
Solid.
Sam Roxwell as Eric Knox. Kelly Lynch as Vivian Wood. Crispin Glover as the Thin Man, a mysterious assassin. Matt LeBlanc as Jason Gibbons, Alex's boyfriend, you know, the movie star, the action star. Luke Wilson as Pete Comiskey, Natalie's love interest. So Cameron Diaz loves interest. Tim Curry as Roger Corwin, head of communications / satellite company Red Star. And John Forsty as the voice of Charlie. And he was the original voice of Charlie in the TV show. So
love that.
Loved it. Never knew that. Never knew that.
You didn't know?
Huh?
You didn't know? You didn't recognize the voice?
Yeah. Relax. And then Tim Green as Chad, a fisherman who Dylan is dating.
Chad.
Fun facts. Lucy Liu and Bill Murray had beef on set.
No, huh?
Yeah, apparently he said she was a bad actor. Actress, whatever. Isn't that so rude?
That's so
but
rude.
Apparently, that's like his thing. People are like, ignore him. This is like, he's horrible. Like in
Is he?
I think just like on movies, he's just like a douche. They're just like, ignore him. This is who he is.
Bill Murray?
Yeah.
I thought he was a nice guy.
But then he tried to like backtrack and he was like, I wasn't talking about her being a bad actress. I was really talking about the script and like the lines they gave her were so horrible and there was no way that she could deliver them so good because they were so bad. So that's really what I meant by it.
You're coming from the only non-white member of this cast.
Correct.
Like, I'm the bad actor. What?
Oh, it continues to be racist for her throughout this experience.
Oh, yeah.
Cameron Diaz, who at the time was a rising star, was paid a whopping $12 million for her role.
Okay.
While Drew Barrymore was paid only $9 million.
Oh, no.
However, Drew, I don't know how this was a thing or when it happened I don't know. Drew bought the rights to the TV show prior to producing the film.
Okay.
So from like royalties and whatever, I guess she like
ended up making
a lot of money. So she earned a great deal, you know, not only for her acting fee, but you know, from owning the rights to the TV show. And then Lucy Liu was paid
$1 million.
Oh, you guessed it right. Yeah. Can you imagine?
That's not even. Can I at least get 5?
3 at least. Like, just give me 3
million.
and I will be fine.
So
$1 million.
12, 9, and then 1. That's a big gap.
That's a big gap.
How much did Bill Murray make?
9. You just said it.
No, Bill Murray.
Oh, Bill Murray. Oh, I don't know.
I wonder how much he made. Because if he made more than Lucy Liu, because she's a main character.
Right. He probably did. But, you know, not in the defense of racism, but in the, I don't know.
She was up and coming.
Yeah. Like, you know, Cameron Diaz, she was at her height at this point. She had, you know, The Mask under her belt. There's something about Mary. I also think at the time she had just recently been nominated for like a Golden Globe or some stuff or something. And then at this point, we've known Drew Barrymore since E.T. So she had been in a total of like 30 films up until this. So these girls were like superstars. Yeah. And like Lucy Liu was kind of like unknown.
Yeah, I get why she would be paid the least, but $1 million.
But yeah, $1 million, that is chump change compared to what they made. Yeah. Like, the least they should have paid her was 3.
And I really want to know how much
but really
Bill Murray made, so I can be even more upset.
So I can be even more infuriated.
Yeah.
So when casting the 3 leads for the film, 2 of the choices were relatively clear. Obviously, that would be, you know, as previously mentioned, Cameron Diaz was a star on the rise. Drew Barrymore was successful in her own right. And, you know, she owned the rights to the TV show. Yeah. So, of course, she's going to be in the movie. But the role of Alex Monday was not as clear. Stars who were originally considered included Asia Argento?
Asia,
never heard of her.
Name sounds
Don't know her. Helen Boehm Carter. No thanks. Love her, but not for this.
Who's Helen?
You know, the girl who's in all the Tim Burton movies. She's in... She's married to Tim Burton, that's why.
Yeah. I killed Sarah's brother.
Yeah. So, no thank you. Not for this. Absolutely not.
That would have been really weird to see her play a sexy person.
Yeah, that would have not have worked at all. And as much as I love her, and I think she's a fantastic actress. Phenomenal. She has a set niche, and she needs to stay in that niche. And then also, all of her roles have been given to her by her husband, because you know she was married to Tim Burton. So it's like, all of your films are Tim Burton films. And then like
Harry Potter?
With the exception of Harry Potter. Okay, like she's got a few outside of that. But like, Sweeney Todd. Don't make me name all. Because I'll look them up.
You weren't going to. She said you weren't going to.
You're right. I wasn't going to because I couldn't think of all of them. But now I will.
But she's Googling.
I will.
Just hope you know that.
But I am Googling it, but I want y'all to know that literally like 20 out of the 15 movies that she's been in are all produced and directed by her husband. Alice in Wonderland.
Huh?
Yes, it's a Tim Burton film.
Which one?
I know she's in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
She was in that?
She plays somebody's mom.
Oh, this must have been before I really knew who she was.
Yeah. She plays somebody's mom in there. Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, great. They're already listed right here for me. Great. Big Fish, Corpse Bride, Charlie and the Charlie Factory, Sweeney Todd, The Barber on Fleet Street, as Mrs. Lovett, Alice in Wonderland, The Red Queen, and Dark.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 films.
That's not his. It's not their fault that.
I mean, no.
He married his muse.
But you got a point there. But like literally, and I feel like these like okay. When I think of her, I think of Sweeney Todd. I think of Alice in Wonderland.
I did forget, yes.
And I think of Corpse Bride.
Yes.
It's like some of her most pivotal roles are roles that have been, you know, created by her husband.
Fine.
Not to say she's not a phenomenal actress because she is.
But yeah, definitely not sexy.
But definitely, yeah, not hot girl international spy. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But anywho, so originally considered Helen Bonham Carter, Jodie Foster, No, thank you. Uma Thurman, I don't know why. Because if you have Cameron Diaz in this movie as a tall blonde,
why would you need another
you
tall
cannot
blonde?
have another tall blonde.
Fact.
So no.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow, again, no. You cannot have another tall blonde. Halle Berry, Angelina Jolie.
Would have loved Halle Berry.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Love that.
I never knew how to say her first name. Thonda Newton. That girl who's in that show, Westworld.
Huh? Westworld?
The black chick.
The black girl?
She's half black.
Oh, the one. Okay. The one that's like, yes. She was in the boxing movie, right?
I don't. What? What boxing movie?
How you spell her name?
THAN.
THAN.
DIWE. Newton.
Oh, whoa. Okay, never mind.
How would you pronounce that?
Sandy.
Thondawi? I always thought it was Thonda.
She's from London, Winchester.
But that's not how you pronounce it.
It's whatever. THANDIWE.
Whatever, her. And even Victoria Beckham were all considered.
It would have to have been a non-white person. So.
It could have only have been Jada Pinkett, Halle Berry, or Thonda Newton. Apparently, Thonda somewhere, whatever her name is.
Sure.
Thonda, Miss Newton. She said she got the role, and then she turned it down because she didn't want to be like, the
black one,
the token. Pretty much,
just diversity.
Pretty much, I'd have been like, sign me up,
right?
Run me that Charlie's Angels check.
Right.
She still only got paid $1, but whatever.
I would have loved me some Halle Berry. That would have been perfect.
I feel like she would have been too big for this.
I was just thinking that too. I was like, she might have been too big for it, but
yeah. And Angelina Jolie too. I think Jada Pinkett would have been good. Perfect. That would have been a happy medium. Mm-hmm. But anywho, also a total of 18 writers worked on the script for this movie, and there was over 30 versions of the script.
What?
Yes.
30 versions of the script? I want to see all of them.
But apparently, as they finalized who the girls were, then the script versions got shorter because they were able to throw out this one doesn't work because it doesn't work for a tall blonde or an Asian person or whatever. So they were able to throw it out. Then the martial arts director is featured in the beginning of the film. At the very beginning, where they're on the plane and LL Cool J is walking past. Did you notice that Asian man, an Asian gentleman? He's talking to some ladies.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look again. Oh.
Yes, but he is the martial arts director.
Oh, cool! I'm gonna have to look again. I'll be typing notes.
Huh?
I'll be typing these notes.
So then, Farrah Fawcett, Kate Jackson, and Jocelyn Smith, the original Charlie's Angels from the original TV series, were originally set to appear in the Angels' big screen debut.
What happened, girl?
But negotiations fell apart before filming began due to what was seen as excessive demands on the part of the old cast. That too many demands. And they're like, sweetheart, y'all are literally coming in here for a cameo, and that's it.
What are their demands?
Farrah Fawcett wanted to be the voice of Charlie.
That'd been cool, but
no, a bit much. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Why would you? That would just have to be right.
And
she would have to be Charlie.
Yeah, just like, no. And first of all, Farrah Fawcett was only on one season of the show. Dang. She was only on the first season. And you want to come up here and you want to play Charlie? Baby, the show had 5 seasons and you were only on 1. Sit down. Sit down. It's too much. You don't deserve all that. Anywho. Then, so she wanted to be the voice of Charlie. Kate Jackson, who we don't really know, who cares, wanted to play Vivian Wood, which...
Not crazy.
I don't think that's a far-fetched idea. I would have liked to seen that. That'd have been cool. So, but that demand was rejected, and then Jocelyn Smith, I don't know what her demands were, but she's the one who comes in full throttle.
Yeah, okay,
when Dylan is in the bar, so she's in.
That, I mean, it's...
I think she's the only one who was like, okay, fine, I'll let my demands go. Just put me in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. I'm like, okay, I would have suggested this, and I would have been like, okay, what you got for me then?
Yeah, so John Forsyth, who he was the only person who came back as the voice of Charlie. And as well as in the second one,
Yeah.
He's the voice again, which I love. Love. And that's all I got.
Woo. Those are you happy to get the fun facts?
Finally, we're back. Jesus.
Been having a dry summer.
Right. I don't like it. Because, I want y'all to... Transparency moment. That's really my only job here. I just show up. I come up with the summary that I Google. Sometimes I tweak it to my own. But then I come up with the fun facts, the figures, and that's it. Jordan does everything else. TikToks. I do the Instagram, okay?
There you go.
But she does the TikTok. She writes the notes. She edits. She brings the mics in. Look, I'm just here sitting
Plug
pretty.
things up.
But, all right.
You bring charisma.
That's right.
There you go.
I bring comedic relief.
Yes.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So, let's dive in.
All right.
We're about to dive in.
Ooh, I'm about to
dive in.
Dive in.
Whoa.
So, the movie begins in the first class of an airplane with spy-type music playing in the background. We see LL Cool J
emerging
and
from the bathroom of the plane.
Like this African garment.
Dashiki.
Oh, yes. He's speaking to a passenger on board whom he has apparently arranged to trade diamonds with in order to stop the man from blowing up the plane with a bomb that is attached to him.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah, you can say that bomb. He's like,
I never got. I was like, what's the?
I'm assuming that's
what's the trade? I didn't understand.
It's the diamonds.
I was like, he has diamonds. He has a bomb. I was just like, where's the cash?
He wants those diamonds. Cash.
So he's blowing up the plane if he doesn't get the diamonds.
And diamonds aren't traceable. Like cash is like, oh, I see where you spent this, but diamonds.
So when he first sits down, however, LA Cool J sits down next to him, and they have a code word. The guy with the bomb says to LL Cool J, "I hear birds can't fly this high." To which LL Cool J responds, "I heard only angels can."
I love that.
So poetic.
So poetic. Also, so random that LL Cool J's in this movie.
So random that LL Cool J
just so random
is in here.
Love it though. But
so LL Cool J shows him the diamonds. He asks him, "Where's the bomb?" The guy says, "I am the bomb." And the bomb literally has 1 minute on the timer before it detonates.
So before the guy with the bomb knows what's going on, LL Cool J takes him, opens up the hatch to the airplane.
The emergency exit door.
Yes. And the two jump out of the plane.
And the guy's like, what are you doing? Are you crazy?
Are you crazy? Also, I was just like, what were the passengers thinking? Like,
right.
Did y'all see that?
Oh shit, bro.
Whoa. Or are we stopping this
You know
flight?
what I also read when I was doing my notes? So you know how when you go on a plane and they have the in-flight movies? They had
a spy movie,
to edit out this scene of a bomb being on a plane for the in-flight.
Oh, okay. Because they were like, this is too much.
This is too much. A plane bomb. No.
Yeah.
No, let's edit this out.
It's too close.
It's too close to home.
Too soon. So the two have jumped out of the air. LL Cool J has a, what do you call it, parachute on. Lots going on. But Alex is free. I mean, the little guy with the bomb is free falling. Alex catches him, disarms the bomb. Oh, no, she takes the bomb off him. The bomb explodes midair. Alex has the bomb guy in the air. They land on a boat that Natalie is driving. LL Cool J lands on the boat and he reveals his identity as Dylan.
So all of the angels are now together. Natalie's driving the boat. I want to drive the boat. Alex is the one who was, I don't know, on standby.
Yeah.
And then LL Cool J was Dylan.
Yes. And I love how he's just like, bet you didn't. I like how she's not like, I bet you didn't know I was Dylan under here. Like, this is my, wow, what a great
He's like, you crazy bastard. And she's like, don't you mean you crazy bitch? And then takes off the mask. And it's like, Drew Barrymore.
He's like, okay, girl, that is a costume. And then we cut to a montage of Natalie Cook, Dylan Sanders, and Alex Monday, who are these three talented, tough, attractive women who work for a private investigator.
Once upon a time, there was three very different girls.
Yes. And you basically see a montage of like how they grew up and what they did and their lives and
yeah, like Alex as a teenager, she's like smoking in the bathroom and she has like a cast on her arm and she has like tattoos
she's
everywhere.
a rock star.
Meanwhile, Natalie is learning driver's ed and she has like braces and she's
wild.
like knocking over all of the cones, and Alex is like learning horseback riding.
Oh yes.
They're all very different.
Yes, very different.
Very different worlds.
And somehow they all learn to be spies. You know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And then next they're spies. They work for this guy named Charlie, and they go by the Angels.
Yeah. First of all, Charlie's narrating this whole thing. He's like, they're all very different, but they have one thing in common. They all work for me.
Period. Pooh. And then cut to present day. Now we see little snippets of each of the girls' lives as they're being called to meet Charlie. They're being called into the office. So we see Dylan sleeping with this weird guy who owns a boat. What's his name?
Tom Green. I would like to point out at this point, they're dating in real life.
Oh.
She's dating this weirdo. So yeah, Natalie, she's having like a one night stand. You know,
a little
friend with benefits situation.
Entanglement.
A friends with benefits situation with this dude who's like a tugboat salesman. She's on his tugboat and he's trying to like fix her not bread. I was about to say
fix her
breakfast and eggs, but I said bread. Breakfast and eggs, and she's like got a blast, and she's like not really into him. Then Natalie's having a dream in her bedroom, and she's like dancing in like a ballroom, but it's a dream. And then Alex is in her boyfriend's movie trailer because her boyfriend is an action star, and she's cooking really disgusting muffins for him.
Yeah, because
so they're all living their different lives before they get the call to meet up with Charlie.
Exactly. So the three girls arrive at the office where Charlie uses speakers in his office to communicate with the Angels.
Good morning, Angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
And his assistant Bosley works with them directly, the Angels, when needed. So
he's like the middleman between Charlie and the Angels.
Okay, I have a question for you. Bernie Mac
Which
as Bosley?
Bosley do I like better?
Bernie Mac or what's his name?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
I like them both.
They both bring the same energy.
Yeah.
But I really do love Bernie Mac as Bosley.
I think they're both great as Bosleys. I didn't see what was the point of like
switching it.
Yeah.
Like what happened
not
with
coming back to get the original like Bill Murray as Bosley.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But I loved Bernie Mac as Bosley.
I loved him. He was hilarious.
I think they were both great.
I'm going to choose Bernie Mac because it's Bernie Mac.
You're saying that because he's dead.
No, I love me some Bernie Mac. I thought it was funnier.
Great. I can't pick. I enjoyed both.
I also feel like Bernie Mac was in the second one more. I don't know. I feel like he was like doing.
I feel like Bill Murray is very heavily in this.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while, but I really love Bernie Mac. I think I was joked when he was in it.
I enjoyed both of them. I can't really pick. I liked both of them.
You guys tell us.
You tell us who you like. The viewer.
Yeah. So, Charlie at the office, Charlie assigns the Angels to find Eric Knox, who is a software genius who created a revolutionary voice recognition software, and he heads his own company, Knox Enterprises. He is believed to have been kidnapped by Roger Cohen, who runs a communication satellite company called Star. Also, I did not realize that, I don't think I ever realized that Charlie was just I know he's a rich billionaire, but I never clicked that this is his company. He helps rich people find, like, he's a rich private investigator company.
This is just private stuff.
I kind of always thought they worked for, like, the government or something. But he's like...
It feels like they do. Yeah. But it's like, this is, like, private enterprise.
That's
like,
so weird.
This is just... He's doing this for shits and giggles. This is like his company.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they pay him great money, but it's just like, he just finds billionaires.
I would like to say, if there is a real Charlie out there, I will be happy to come work for you. Please, I can flip.
I would always be nervous. Like, it's just too stressful. I can't.
If I can have the life and the dynamic friendships of these three, sign me up. Sure, gladly.
I don't know if I can do it.
I would love to be an international spy.
I would love to be a kid spy or spy kid.
Spy kid, that's who I would have
loved. Well, spy kid.
We've kind of gone and passed that up.
Yeah,
those days are over.
After I was watching, I was like, we should do Spy Kids one day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Any type of spy work, I would love to do it.
Throw me in.
Throw me in the towel, please. I've always wanted to be a spy.
It's never too late.
I've always wanted to be a spy. Literally.
We should beat them for Halloween. We need one more person.
Yeah.
But also at this meeting, the angels meet Vivian Wood, who is Knox's business partner, and she's the one who hired them to find her business partner, Knox.
Okay, so Vivian is basically like, I don't think anybody is capable of doing this except for Roger Corwin, because Corwin tried to buy Knox's technology not too long ago, and Knox said no. And so as a result, I feel like he's trying to kidnap him, steal the technology. So Natalie's like, okay, well, what's the motive behind that? And then she's like, well, we have this technology that it can literally use your voice as DNA. So it's vocal DNA.
Yeah.
And Roger Corwin, he has satellite technology. So if he has satellite technology, and if he uses our technology, which is voice DNA, he can literally pinpoint where anybody is via their voice using his satellites. And privacy is now gone forever.
Right.
And Vivian's like, in the wrong hands, this technology can be lethal.
Yes.
So there we have it.
There you have it. There you go. So Charlie also gives them, tells them that Roger frequents a spa and that they need to go there to do some more, intel.
Some recon.
So Alex goes undercover as his masseuse, and she's doing like this. She's like standing on his back.
She's like
to
doing
give him a
some
massage.
real weird stuff.
Yes, and she uses her spy skills to knock him out with her feet.
Yeah, so she renders him unconscious via the massage. So while he's unconscious, she meets up with Natalie and Dylan in the locker room. They go into his locker room. They figure out his schedule. They put microchips in his bag, basically so they can do more recon and figure out what Roger Corwin is up to at what is company? Red Star Technologies.
Yes.
And then Natalie goes back. He wakes up. She's back in the masseuse room giving him the massage.
Yes. So via the Palm Pilot that they use to, get his information.
Little black book.
Yes. They know that he is having a party that night. So the angels, they arrive at the party to get more detail, on everything. They bring Bosley along with them to pretend to be Dylan and Alex's rich date. They look amazing. They look gorgeous. And then Natalie's undercover as a server. And
then so Bosley has a microchip in his mouth.
Oh yeah.
So when he is talking to Roger Corwin, the owner of Red Star, Natalie, Alex, and Dylan can hear everything that he is saying between their conversation.
Yes. And Bosley is tasked to go talk to Roger and ask about the whole Knox thing and get more information, which he really doesn't do. But
so, Bosley and Roger, they're shooting the shit. They're having conversations. It's really like a whose penis is bigger conversation. Not really getting any information on Knox or Red Star. But meanwhile, Alex is, posed as a server at the party. Excuse me, Natalie Cameron Diaz is poised. Who cares? Is dressed as a server at the party, and she meets a fellow server at the party.
His name is Pete.
Pete, played by Luke Wilson.
Yes,
Owen Wilson's brother. So, they initially, lock eyes. Chemistry is flying off the rip. He says konnichiwa to her because the party is Japanese themes. Then she meets him with more Japanese.
She's so excited.
But she says a Japanese phrase, which translates into "Your Japanese is so well. How did you learn?" or something like that. And then he's like, "Oh my goodness, you speak fluent Japanese. That's amazing." And then they have this connection. Yada yada yada. She flips her hair, and he's hooked.
Right.
Hook, line, and sinker. He's into her. And then he later asks her on a date. And she agrees.
Yes, they're going to go somewhere.
They're going to go study.
He's going to call her.
He's like, I'll call you.
Yes.
And she's like, great. And then he's like, I'll buy tickets. And she's like, I'd love tickets.
That. Right. And then while that's going on, Bosley is sumo wrestling with Roger. And Roger wins. Still not getting any information on Knox.
Wait, what?
he's sumo wrestling with
Roger.
Right.
They're doing sumo wrestling.
Yes.
Literally, like, whose penis is larger?
At the party. I think it's hilarious. Unnecessary.
In the middle of a very fancy party.
Yes. Love. So at the party, the girls eventually spot a suspicious-looking man whom they had previously seen in one of their surveillance videos of the people who were kidnapping Knox. They call him the creepy thin man, and then the angels chase him down to like an alley. They fight. They do these cool karate chop moves.
Martial arts moves. They jump in the air. They're in the air for long periods of time.
Slow motion, right? Yeah. I love how
kicks.
I feel like people who do martial arts are probably upset by the 18th time they did the little hands up. That move. They were like
right left hand at an angle, right hand up.
Come on. I feel like people were like, oh, okay. How many times?
That's enough. Overkill.
I do want to point out in this scene, this man rips out a piece of Dylan's hair, big piece, and sniffs it. What's up with that?
That's his thing. He's the creepy thin man.
He does it. Also, he's in the next Charlie's Angels movie, and we get like more background about him. And I just don't know.
He's very pivotal in the second one.
Just don't know why they keep. What is his character?
He's bad.
Yeah, he's bad, right? But just
evil.
like, why they just so much?
Because I was very confused when I was watching this one. And when we're introduced to him, I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot he's in this one and the second one.
Yeah.
And then we get more character development from him in the second one. And
Right.
I feel like in the second one, he's kind of like good.
Yeah.
So I was like, and then so in this one, he's working for Roger Corwin.
Oh, yeah, he's working.
So he's working for Roger Corwin. And then spoiler. Roger Corwin is really innocent in this movie, but the whole movie we're led to believe that he's the bad guy. Right. I'm like, oh, so he's really not the bad guy in this movie. But no, then he kills Roger Corwin. Yeah. And I was like, oh wait, so he is evil?
Yeah. I guess in the second one he just like gets a redemption arc. I don't know.
So that's why I was like, why did they bring him back in the second one if he's evil? He literally, we watched him murder
someone,
a man,
and then Dylan likes him in the second one.
Yeah, and she's like into him.
She likes the weirdo.
She likes the bad guys.
She likes the weirdo. She does like the bad guys.
So yeah.
But
we're introduced as a creepy thin man who works for Roger Corwin. They follow after him to get more intel. He runs away ultimately, but before he runs away, they have a fight scene. He rips out Dylan's hair, sniffs it, and keeps it because he's a freaking freak.
Yes. So for a moment during the fight scene, he runs away. They follow him. They lose him, but they follow him into like this underground sewer system with these like bunch of doors. So they kick down each door individually, and when they get to the last one, they karate chop that door wide open.
And we find Eric Knox tied up
with the rats?
With rats all around his feet.
So, spoiler, he planned this whole thing. I draw the line where rats are touching me. Y'all need to have me tied up in a mansion. I'm not being down here with the sewer rats.
Right.
In a suit? Where rats are on my... Like, I can't do this. I'm sorry,
when
guys.
When you really think about it, he was probably only down there for like 30 minutes.
A moment too long.
He was probably only down there for the duration of the party.
He had rats. Rats at his feet. No, they were going to...
if you're really going to, do this, you got to really give it... You got to give it 100%. So.
It's so funny that he's so dramatic.
Yeah. So they open the door. They bust open. They find the allegedly kidnapped Eric Knox tied up, looking feeble with rats around his feet. And half of the mission is basically accomplished.
Right. I feel like they should have known it was set up. Like, they found him way too easy.
I feel like you as a viewer should have known it was set up because they found him way too easily. Yeah. But I feel like I've never known that. I was like, I was like, why?
No, I was watching. I was like, how did we get here? Like, how did we just find him so easily?
Yeah.
Just went to a sewer.
You really don't pay attention.
Right. Until you gotta, talk about it on the podcast.
I was
like, that was way too freaking easy. So back at the office with Knox safe, the girls reconvene to talk to Charlie and Vivian, and he explains the whole thing about his voice software and it being like audio DNA, and they're basically afraid that Roger will use Knox's voice technology along with his satellite company Red Star to turn cell phones into homing devices. So everyone could, no one could hide.
Privacy.
No privacy.
Damn, I didn't know that happened. I thought that happened when Vivian first came through.
It's fine, yeah. It's whatever. So to do additional recon, the girls they just do crap. They're being sent to.
It's so fun.
They're so, it's so fun.
It's so fun. That's like Charlie, hire me. I'm available.
Right.
I am available.
They're being sent to the California Speedway, which is some kind of like race car event, where Roger is premiering his Red Star Racer, so his race car.
Well, you got all kinds of money. You could just do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Because why are you investing money into like a race car?
Why freaking not?
No.
So at the race car,
the girls are disguised in
sexy pit crew.
Very sexy pit crew. Natalie is a brunette with long hair, which I love on her.
Yeah, it does look nice.
Dylan is long hair, blonde, and then Alex is still her traditional brunette, but they all look hot.
I was like, I thought y'all were supposed to be undercover. I thought y'all were supposed to be low profile. I'm obviously going to be like, and like their suits are like slowly like a little unzipped, so you can see their cleavage. We
get a lot of tit, a lot of like.
They look hot,
yeah.
Hot to trot. This whole movie is just them being sexy,
and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
So then Dylan takes the time to hit on Roger's driver so that Alex, while the driver is distracted, can get into the trunk. And in the trunk of the car is Roger Corran's like briefcase, his planner again, so she can ultimately plant more like cameras and get into his schedule again, and basically just get out more information.
Yes, she places a camera on his briefcase that would become later. Also, this is so unnecessary. You did not have to. You just could have came when he was not in the car.
You could have went when the driver went to the bathroom.
Yes.
But whatever.
So while that's going on, Natalie spots the thin man, who is still holding that piece of
Dylan's hair.
He's once again sniffing it. What the hell? What is that about? Why did they put that in the movie? I don't get it. So he gets into his race car thing. And
once he realizes he's been spotted by the international spies that is Charlie's Angels.
Yes.
He gets into the car, takes off. Well, he gets into the little race car, takes off.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Natalie follows behind him.
But at first they're still on the track.
She said where she thought he was going.
Right. So,
right.
So they're racing on the track. Natalie gets in the car, like, I have to chase after her. I'm like, where you thought he was going?
Even Alex says it. She's like, Natalie,
we're on a
round track.
Yeah.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
Exactly, relax.
But then when she says that, of course, he gets off of the track and then somehow makes his way into the streets of Los Angeles. And now Natalie is following him. And now they're on the interstate.
Yeah. Zoom, 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 zoom.
They're on the freeway.
Boom, boom, boom.
And they're following each other neck and neck. Accidents happen while they're chasing after each other, and then
people
somehow
have died.
People have literally died.
For what?
Like, we witness murders via car crashes, and then somehow they have made their way to opposite ends of a bridge
that's very empty for whatever reason.
Yeah, that has nobody on it.
Yeah, so much traffic, empty play.
So they're on opposite ends of the bridge, and they're gonna play chicken.
Yes.
So they put their pedal to the metal. Natalie's on the left, creepy thin man's on the right, and they start charging towards each other. And it's like, who is going to swerve off this bridge first? And at first I was like, it's gonna be Natalie. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
She stays the course, and the creepy thin man chickens out, and he swerves off of the bridge into the water.
And I guess she thinks he's dead, but he's not.
He's not dead. And that's
she just killed somebody in her eyes. Murder!
And that's like the end of the scene.
Yeah. So, back at the office, Charlie tells the girls that they were able to get a layout of the Red Star headquarters because of the camera Alex placed on his suitcase, so they have like a good idea of
Roger Corran's briefcase.
Yes,
for sure.
of the setup of the company. So, through a highly complicated plan, the Angels infiltrate Red Star headquarters. They do a lot,
and
so they So in order to get into the company or to break in and get everything they need,
they have to. So here's what we're doing here. Okay,
we're singing a montage.
Okay, what?
We're getting like a montage of stuff, but yeah.
Right. But here's what we're doing here. This is the whole purpose of this. So because Alex planted whatever, like a microchip or a recording, whatever,
Camera.
on a camera. Thank you. Camera. It's like, what's that word?
This is simple.
Because Alex planted the camera on Roger Corn's briefcase, they have access to like Red Star, right?
Yeah.
And they get to they're seeing the inside of Red Star. Mm-hmm. They are able to see that the mainframe to Red Star is like high security, high voltage, hard to get into. You need all these passwords. But in this mainframe, they think that is where Eric Knox's technology is being, hidden.
Yeah.
So in order to get access to the mainframe, there's only 2 directors at Red Star that can get in. Okay? They have to get in. One has to use his fingerprints. The other one has to use his retina eye scan. Once they get in there, then they go into a airless weight chamber. Because I guess it makes them weightless. Because they got to stay in this chamber for a second. And then once they exit the airless weight chamber, they are now entering the mainframe where you got these, like, you step on the red light, the alarm goes off, blah, 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 blah. You can only be stepping for 2.5 seconds. Hence the airless weight chamber, because if you step any longer, the alarms go off. And that's how they access the mainframe. Period. Yes. So that's,
That's it.
That's the rigmarole we're facing here.
Yes. So, in order to do this, one of the things they do is go undercover as belly dancers at like a Moroccan restaurant.
And I would like to point out, Drew Barrymore is in brown face.
Is she?
Not a good look. Yes.
She's a little tan?
Not a little. You might not notice it that well because she's in like Moroccan.
She's got like a headpiece on.
Yeah, she's got like the headpiece on, the scarf, and like her face is covered, but she is very much in brown face. And I'm just like, whoa.
Wait, go ahead and cut that scene.
This movie is a little racist.
You're right.
Because earlier, when Alex was making her muffins, and like Bosley was like, what is this? And they're like Chinese fighting muffins. I was like, that's a little racist.
Oh, that was funny. That was a cute little dig.
I thought it was racism. After reading, what I read about Lucy Liu's experience, I was like,
are you gonna tell us about it?
Well, no, I think them 3, like, they're kiki best friends in the movie and in reality, but just like, she got paid $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, call it what you want to call it. I call it racism. The white girls are making 12 and 9 million, and the person of color is making 1. A spade calling a spade here. But yeah.
For sure.
And then Drew Barrymore's in brown face.
I did notice. I didn't look.
Oh my god! I was like, what the?
But they go undercover as belly dancers, and they distract one of the Red Star executives is there, and they're able to take his fingerprints off a glass that he was drinking from. And then in another scene, we see them dressed as sexy yodelers.
They're dressed as German gals.
Right. To visit another one of the employees and
the directors who has access to the mainframe of Red Star.
And they use a, what do you call it? A tuba. To
get his retinal eye scan.
And yes, that Bosley is holding. And then today's the day of the sneaking in, and Alex goes undercover
into Red Star,
and Alex goes undercover as a sexy efficiency expert. She basically causes chaos among the lower level workers. And
when watching this back, I was like, what was the point of her doing this? But in hindsight, I was like, I think they just gave her character something to do. While the other 2 were hacking into the main game. Because there's literally no point for her coming in to be the efficiency expert and to get all these like nerdy lower level engineers all riled up and hot and bothered. Besides just her character needed something
just like a general distraction. We can't worry about the mainframe if everyone's about to quit, I guess.
Yes. So meanwhile, while Alex is playing Little Miss Sexy efficiency expert,
she's doing a great job too.
She is basically giving a seminar to the lower level engineers at Red Star to, I guess, distract the workers, while Natalie, mainly, but with the assistance of Dylan, is hacking into the mainframe.
And once in, Natalie does this like acrobatic skills to to
just a couple of backhand springs.
Just a couple backhand springs.
Nothing crazy.
So I guess and they just like I don't know if they installed something so they can like hack the system remotely type thing. That's what they did.
So once they get into the mainframe, once Natalie's in the room, she installs something. So now they have access to Red Star's software.
Yes. So after all this is said and done, the girls meet up with Knox and Vivian, and they let them know that they gain access to the Red Star computer. And they just mentioned that, Bosley has access to that laptop that communicates with Red Star. And a very pushy Vivian wants to, do her own analysis on Red Star and see if they stole their technology. But the girls are like, we ethically cannot let you have access to that. You only hired us to see if Red Star stole your communication. We'll let you know if that happened or not. And Vivian's not happy to hear this.
Natalie's pissed, and then Eric Knox is like, "No,
Vivian's
it's okay,
pissed.
cool, it's okay,
Yeah, it's cool.
Chill down, Viv.
Yes.
Viv, it's okay."
Right. So you kind of get the idea Vivian is up to something, but you think Knox is like this amazing good person.
Yeah.
He's got great vibes, and Vivian's kind of like uptight and annoying.
Yeah, so once Vivian has her little hissy fit,
Right.
Natalie, Alex, and Dylan start speaking maybe Japanese, maybe Mandarin, I don't know. And they're like, in a different language. They say, I don't think Knox is 100% out of danger. And then Dylan's like, yeah, me neither. And then Natalie's like, one of us should like set up security at his house. And then Alex is like, I agree. And then Dylan is like, on it. But they're saying this in a different language.
Yeah. And Dylan happily says on it. You know what I'm saying?
And then so Dylan, being the one who has a crush on Eric Knox, she is the one who agrees to set up surveillance at his home.
Yes. So that night we see Dylan checking everything in Knox's home to make sure everything, is secure and everything. And then Knox at one point shows Dylan a picture of his dad from the army where he worked in army intelligence, and he's standing next to the guy who betrayed him and killed him. And in an image, just like old-timey, it's black and white, and the person who killed him, quote unquote, you can't see his face because it's like he's
like leaning down.
He's leaning down.
So you see Eric Knox's father. And you see the guy who he believes to betray his father, but you can't see his face fully.
Yes. So Dylan's like, okay, great. Cool story, bro. Knox is kind of coming on to Dylan.
Yeah, he asked her about what's your father like, basically, and she's like, I never knew my father. And then she's like, my mom died when I was 6. And then she's like, yep, pretty much.
And
then she's like, well, I've installed all the security measures that I've needed to install. I'm gonna head out. And then he doesn't want her to leave, and he's like, no, wait, don't leave yet. What you say?
I said, of course not.
Oh, I thought you said something. Okay. And then he's like, no, wait, don't leave yet. And he's like, I need your help. And she's like, your help with what? And he's like, I need help making chicken. I don't know how to cook. And then he's like, you can shake and I can bake. And then she agrees to stay, and they ultimately sleep with each other. But they have like some really cute chemistry going on.
Low key. But while that is,
I just want to point out that I'm sorry. Eric Knox is played by a young Sam Rockwell, and not now, but 2017 to 2019, he was in his bag.
I think he's handsome in this movie, kind of.
Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. Just like acting wise, like out of nowhere in like 2017, he skyrocketed his acting career.
What was he doing?
He was in what is it? 8 billboards outside of something, Missouri. He was in Jojo Rabbit. He won an Oscar for that movie. That's from 2017 to 2019. He was in his bag.
Oh, yes,
he was in Jojo Rabbit, which is another Oscar nominated
film. He's like the gay
film.
Nazi.
Yeah, he plays the gay Nazi. He was on it. And then I just remember him like every time I looked up, he was in another Oscar nominated film. He was in Vice. And I was just like,
he's very low key.
I was like, where did he come from? I was like, he was in Charlie's Angels 20 years ago, and now look at him now. He's like, every time I look up, he's in an Oscar film. I want to act. And I just want to say shout out to him.
Money, honey.
Because I love him as an actor.
Oh, yeah,
if he's in it, I'll watch it. Especially in Jojo Rabbit, so good.
Yeah, he was. I forgot
love
about
him
that.
in Jojo Rabbit.
Agreed.
If you haven't seen Jojo Rabbit, that's the only World War II Nazi movie that I'll ever recommend anybody watch. It's the only good one.
It's kind of lighthearted. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, kind of.
Because all the other ones just like we're beating a dead horse here.
Yeah, it's different.
This one is it's a different spin. It's a different spin. New twist.
Mm-hmm. Very
new twist.
Okay. So while Dylan is sleeping with Knox, we see Natalie's finally on her date with Pete, and they go to they go dancing at a Soul Train event, and Natalie's very happy to do this as their first date. And the moment they enter, the security guards or the people working there ask Natalie if she wants to get on stage and dance. And she happily says yes. She gets on there and she starts shaking her rump, as they say, and moving. And at first, the black people, not impressed. Not into it. They like, why you got this white girl on stage?
First of all, why are they at the BET?
The Soul Train.
The Soul
Train event.
I was like, why are they at the BET Awards? Sorry. Why are they at Night of the Apollo Soul Train Awards? Why are they there?
I can see why Natalie would have agreed to that. I didn't know. I was surprised.
Why is Pete there?
I was surprised to see that Pete knew to go there.
Yes.
I was surprised that Pete was like, I got something for us.
And then he's like, I hope you like dancing. She's like, I love to dance. And we're at freaking Soul Train.
I forgot it was Soul Train. I was like, oh yeah, they're going to go salsa dance. I was like, oh right, they're going to a Soul Train.
They're literally the only white people in the whole place. The whole vicinity.
I hope you like to dance, sir. There's a camera in here. I'd be like, this is too much. So she's on the stage. At first, no one's like really vibing with her, but she gets the crowd going. She's got a good energy, and she's having the time of her life. Cut to Alex is on set at her boyfriend's trailer. She's preparing dinner, and she's practicing on how she's gonna tell her boyfriend about her double identity, that she's a spy, etc. And then while that's going on, we get another cut to, and then we see the thin man meeting with his boss. We thought Roger at a spa, because he loves a spa. He goes into like the sauna, and I guess he like slits his throat with like a sword or something.
Roger Corwin is basically like, he sees the creepy thin man. He's like, what are you doing here? And then the creepy thin man opens up a sword, slits his throat, and he kills him. And
after that, everything's on.
Right.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
The plot freaking thickens.
So while Natalie's up on stage, the bouncers at Soul Train are like, hey, you want to get up and dance? She gets up and dance. They're playing Big Butt and I Cannot Lie, and she's gyrating her little white girl booty. And then at first, all the black people are like, why is this white girl on stage? But then they start vibing and getting down with her, and they're loving it. They're eating it up. And then she's having the time of her life. She tells Pete, I'm going to go to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom. She's like, hey, girls, you having fun? I'm having fun. She's in the ladies' room.
She's got great energy.
She's all great energy. She's all perky, yada, yada, yada. She's washing her hands. When she comes up, she sees a gentleman standing behind her.
She goes, hey?
And he's like, hey. And she's like, hey.
Because she's like, why are you in the men's bathroom?
And then he takes some chains and he wraps it around her throat and he begins to choke her. And he's trying to kill her. And now a fight and a brawl between the two ensues. She's doing her martial arts. Kung fu on him. He's fighting back. And the fight continues.
Yes.
Cut to
Dylan's gonna. Let's go to Alex.
Alex. Cut to Alex is cooking this very delicious meal. She doesn't really know how to cook, but she's learning. She's cooking this very delicious meal for her boyfriend while he's on set filming his like movie scene. She's in his trailer. She's got like a roast, pot pie, some sort of pudding. I don't know. She's got all the fixings, right? Yes. She's really excited. Then while she's in the trailer, one single bullet hits like a Coke can. And she's like, well, what the hell was that? And then after that, it's just pow, 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 pow. Multiple bullets start hitting the trailer. And she makes her way up to the ceiling of the trailer. She's hanging on to the ceiling. Her arms are on one end while her legs are on the other, while there is literally a array of gunfire ensuing on the trailer. Pow, 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 pow. Cut to back to Natalie.
Let's go to Bosley.
Cut to, now we're at Bosley. Okay, a lot of cut to the scenes. So a lot going on all at once in the same night, same evening, same time. Cut to Bosley. Bosley is cooking up. Bosley is cooking up some dinner for himself while he has the computer that has access to Red Star's mainframe, and some things like downloading or processing. And I don't know if you noticed this, Jordan, but while the computer is open, it says that none of Nox's technology is detected in Red Star's mainframe.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
So
a little red herring.
That was a little, foreshadowing there. None of Nox's technology is in Red Star's mainframe, meaning Roger Corwin never stole any of Nox's technology.
Yes. Doesn't mean anything yet, but that's good.
So then we hear while he's cooking up whatever he's cooking, he gets a doorbell. As he goes to the door, it is Vivian dressed as a very sexual woman.
Yeah, she's
she looks like she's going to the club.
Right. She looks like she's about to seduce somebody.
Yeah, she looks like she's about to, Right. So he opens the door. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And she's like, "Can I come in for a drink?" Yada, yada, yada. She comes in. She tries to seduce him. He's like, no. We have to keep this professional. We work together on a professional level. Please give me my space. Yada, yada, yada. She tries to roofie him.
She does. She puts some roofie.
He's like, "I'm going to go set a fire. I'm going to go get us some wine, but please don't come on to me again." As he walks off to go get wine and light a fire, she puts something in his drink to like roofie him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we're back with Natalie at the club. She's knocked out the guy who tried to attack her, and she not knocked out, but she's got him where she needs to have him, and she acts like, "Who sent you?" One of those scenes, and he's like, and she's like, "Who sent you?" He's like, "Vivian Wood." And then she knocks him out, and then she's like, "Now we have a problem." Alex has survived the gunshots. She's about to head wherever she's about to head before she leaves. Her boyfriend's like, "What the hell happened?" And she's like, "I'm not a waxer. Gotta go." Baby steps, because she wants to reveal her.
Oh, yeah, she wants to tell him. He doesn't know that she's a spy, so she wants to tell him, but she's, like, really nervous about it.
Right, so before she leaves, she tells him she's not a bikini waxer.
As he thinks that she is.
Yes, so she runs off. So, at this point, Natalie has said goodbye to Pete. She said, "I gotta go." They have their first kiss. So, he knows it went well, but it's kind of weird that she's leaving. Anywho. As she's leaving, Natalie calls Dylan and tells her that Vivian is a bad guy. And then she takes it upon herself to go warn Knox, since she's there already. And before she can warn Knox, she sees that Vivian is already at his place. She doesn't, and she's trying to warn him, but before she can, it is revealed that Knox is not only working along with Vivian, his girlfriend, he's also working along with the thin man, who are also at the apartment. So at this point, Dylan's like, "Okay, I see." So Knox tells Dylan that his kidnapping was all fake to get the Angels' help, so he can access Red Star's satellite network, because he plans to use it. He plans to use it along with his voice recognition software to find and kill Charlie, whom Knox believes killed his father in the Vietnam War.
And so the reason they tried to kill all the Angels, obviously, because, they need to kill them.
Right.
But they're not going to kill Bosley, because he, is the main communicator to Charlie, and he has access to Red Star's mainframe on his computer.
Right.
So they're not going to kill him, but they tried, or they think they killed all of the Angels, which they didn't.
Do you think this is a lot for someone whose dad died like 3? Did he even ever meet his dad?
When I was watching this, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But Vivian, this is just your boyfriend. You doing all this behind your boyfriend? You don't have no skin in the game behind all of this.
Not really.
Because your boyfriend wants to get revenge on the man who allegedly is the reason why his father might have possibly died 20 years ago.
He probably never met. He probably, if anything,
barely knew.
He barely knew. He didn't even know if the guy was nice or not.
It's like, okay, sure, it's kind of a reach for Knox here.
Right.
Vivian,
come on, girl.
You're just doing all this behind a guy. Is he
that great of a boyfriend?
You're literally doing all this behind a guy because you literally have no reason to do this, and it's actually really sad. It actually makes you look really pathetic.
Get it together, Vivian.
Like, you're doing this because your boyfriend told you to. You're pathetic.
Yes. It's a lot.
Yeah. But Dylan is still at the house while Knox is revealing all this information to her. And he's like, "Your friends are dead, so now I'm gonna kill you." He takes out his little gun. And she, first of all, the home, well, he is a billionaire, so whatever. But the home that he lives in is very nice.
Gorgeous.
But his walls are like glass, right? So she's standing in front of the wall, which is ultimately glass. So, and he's like living in like the Los Angeles hills. So he's like on a mountain. So he takes out his gun, he shoots her, and she falls out of the wall glass to her death. Sure.
So what he thinks, but you see they do like a cool rewind thing of like her falling, and you see that the bullet missed her and like went behind her, and she like fell back and is hanging below from a curtain naked, and she survives, and she's able to take shelter in these two boys down the hill.
Yeah, so she survives. She rolls down the hill, and then she stumbles upon these two guys who are talking about boobies, these two little kids. And then she enlists them for help, but the movie that they're watching in the background is E.T.
That is adorable. Because she is Drew Barrymore. She was in that movie.
She was in E.T.
That's cute. I love when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, I love that. I did not know
so
that.
freaking cute.
Love. So, Dylan has escaped her death, and she reunites with Natalie and Alex at the office, and she explains to them Alex is also the bad guy, and they are just about to approach Charlie's office as the building explodes. At this point, they're trying to find anything they can salvage and looking through the debris. They realize that Knox, it finally clicks, wanted Red Star to find Charlie, to use Red Star along with the voice tracking technology to find Charlie, and that they still need Bosley to help, call Charlie directly so he's still alive.
And Dylan kind of clues them in because Natalie and Alex are very confused. Yeah, and she's like, "I'll run you the story." She basically tells them everything, and they're all caught up. Not everybody's caught up.
So that was going on. We see Bosley. He's held captive in like this jail cell, and
it looks like a castle.
A castle. It does look like a castle. And he's doing all this dumb stuff to like get out, but none of it's working. I think at one point he's like hitting a ball against the wall, and it hits his cheek, and it reactivates
the microchip that he had in his mouth from the party that he went to with the Angels.
Yes.
That was hosted by Roger Corman.
Sorry, you didn't remember to take that out your mouth?
Exactly. That's been sitting in your mouth this whole time.
You don't brush your teeth. Does that not feel uncomfortable?
How long ago was that party?
Yeah, it was like 3 days ago. A week?
I was going to say 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Who knows?
Movie time is just so hard to distinguish, but it's been a while since that chip was in his mouth.
It's been a while. So,
once he realizes the chip is still in his mouth, he plays around with it, and he tries to see if he can communicate to the Angels with the microchip.
Angels, help me!
Bosley?
Angels! We begin our broadcast day! Baby, come and get me, girls! If you can follow the sound of my voice and draw some triangles or something to get to this location, you can save me!
And although Charlie's headquarters is blown up, they are able to hear Bosley because
of the radio transmitter.
And because of the radio transmission, and he's able to get through to them, and they can hear him, but he can't hear them. So he's trying to give them hints of where he is. He's like, I see the ocean. If I look out the window, I see a bunch of water, and there's a bird that comes to the window shield, and he's like, Petey, talking to the bird, tell him where I am.
He's not taking this seriously.
He's not. And then so the bird starts chirping, and then Natalie is able to determine by the bird's chirps what kind of bird it is and what region that bird lives in. And apparently that bird only lives in Carmel.
Yes.
So
they're on the way. Yes. So, with the help of Dylan's guy friend, Chad, from earlier in the movie, who has a boat.
He's a tugboat salesman.
A tugboat salesman. And so they use his boat to sneak onto Bosley. They sneak on the property to find Bosley and, stop Knox and everything. So, while that's happening, this is my favorite scene happens. So, Knox is back at the castle thing, and he's dancing to that song as, like, as like the Red Star upload is working along with his device, and he does a little dance, and that's my favorite scene. I forgot what song.
I know you always like to.
He's just moving his little tiny little feet. He looks so short. A little.
You love it when a white man dances.
But he was dancing good. It was like smooth.
Yeah, you really like it when a white man dances.
Okay,
good.
you're acting. I don't like the way you said that. You really like when a white man dance. Dance, white man, dance. Yeah, dude.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Change it up. So he has successfully added the Red Star technology with the voice technology. So all he just needs, is to call Charlie. His plan's going well. He's happy. So at this point, the girls have departed Chad in his tugboat, and they have arrived on that island ready to kick some butt.
And they all designate their plans. Mm-hmm. So Drew Barrymore, Dylan, is going to go take care of Knox. Natalie's going to go find Bosley, and then Alex is going to do something with the
She's going to tap into the signal to like...
Yeah, she's going to like interfere the interface of like Knox trying to get to Charlie.
Yes.
Or something.
Upon finding Knox, who is surprised to see Dylan still alive, she's immediately captured by his henchmen and tied up and gagged. So that plan, she's stuck there. While Natalie goes to find Bosley, and at the exact moment that she finds him, her boyfriend Pete gives her a call, and she's like distracted, but she's like, "Oh my god, hey Pete!" They're hitting it off. That's her lover. Is he in the next movie?
Who?
Pete.
Yes.
He is. Okay, so. We all know that. In case you're wondering, guys, that works out.
It's going good. They're going good. Strong.
So, as she's trying to break free Bosley and talk to her boyfriend, she's attacked by henchmen, who she, kicks her butt. And then Vivian is seeing this on camera, and at this point, she's like, "Sometimes, you can't send a man to do a woman's job." And
Vivian goes after Natalie.
Yes, and those two fight. And right before they start really getting into their fight, Natalie's able to open up Bosley's door or whatever. And then while that's going on, Alex is up on a roof somewhere working on blocking the signal. And we see that Knox answers Bosley's phone where he's talking to Charlie. And he's like basically like trying to keep him on the line and talking.
Yes, so in order for him to keep, Knox has to keep Charlie on the phone long enough for him to get his, location.
Also, I was like, there's a technology for this, for tracking someone's phone. I don't know why you need a satellite and a voice DNA thing. I was like, the FBI does this every day. You just call and they're like, "Oh, I know where they are." I was like, Why do you need I don't understand the voice DNA thing. If you already know that Charlie's on the phone, like if you were like trying to find somebody, you didn't know their number, you were like, Charlie's on, that's Charlie, and you have a satellite. I don't know why.
Wait, say it again. What's your confusion?
So he's using the voice DNA thing to figure out who you are.
No, he's not. He's using the satellite. But he's not using his voice DNA. That's not what he's using. He's using Red Star's satellite stuff.
Oh, so he was never using the DNA thing.
The DNA stuff is his stuff. That's his. He don't need his stuff. Yeah. He needed Red Star stuff.
Oh, so he was never using them in conjunction.
No. So Knox and Vivian.
Yes.
Coined it off to the Angels as if Red Star wanted their stuff, but they really wanted Red Star stuff.
Okay, see, I thought he needed Red Star stuff to use it in conjunction because I was just like, that's stupid.
No,
but he just
They made it seem that Red Star wanted their stuff in conjunction so that Red Star could but
they just needed that.
They just needed Red Star satellite.
Oh, okay, that makes it better. Okay, I got it. So yes, he's on the phone with Charlie. He's trying to hold him on the line so he can use the Red Star system to track him down. And then before Alex can stop and block this signal, the Thin Man comes out of nowhere and attacks her. So she can't stop the signal because she's, fighting for her life.
Too busy fighting.
Yes.
The creepy Thin Man.
Yes. So, at this point, Knox was able to keep Charlie on the phone long enough to track him. So he goes off to kill, and he plans to torture him. And he leaves Dylan there tied up. But she has like this is my favorite fight scene in the movie, the Dylan fight scene where she's like attached to the chair. The henchmen are about to attack her. She's like, whoa.
Wait. I got something to tell you. By the time this is over, every one of you is going to be face down on the floor. And I'm going to moonwalk out of here. You're you're not listening to me. See, first, you're gonna help me out of my chair. And then I'm gonna leapfrog over you before I break his nose. And since my trusty lighter isn't working, I'm gonna do all of this with my hands tied behind my back.
But yes, I thought it was very cool. She does it all with her hands tied and she has a very cool lighter.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Dylan breaks free. She defeats all the henchmen, and at this point she reunites with the other girls, and they get together to defeat the Vivian and the Thin Man and the other assorted henchmen or whatever. But Knox comes out of nowhere in his helicopter, and he blows up the lighthouse and flies off in his helicopter towards Charlie's house. I wonder, did he kill Vivian? The girls survive, but is Vivian
right,
dead?
That's what I was thinking about too.
And
that's another thing, Vivian, that's why you a bird, because your man was so quick to just kill you. He not even worried about you like that.
He was not worried about
he wasn't trying to come get you. He wasn't calling you to be like, come hop on the helicopter real quick.
Like,
we about to go kill Charlie.
Yes.
He didn't do none of that.
He didn't.
And you was doing all that behind him. I hope you feel dumb.
I hope you feel
in
dumb.
your casket under the grave. Now you're dead.
I do believe that she might be alive because the Thin Man
I was
is
just
alive.
about to say, I was like, well,
the
Thin Man.
And they were like standing right by each other, but
yeah.
But dang, dude. So, Knox has blown up the lighthouse. The girls escape, and Bosley has shown up with a car to help the girls, get on to Knox's helicopter to stop him from killing Charlie. And then they drive off alongside like the water where the helicopter is. And the girls use some type of like wire thing that they shoot up onto this helicopter and climb up there, and they try to save the day. So the girls have made it on top of the helicopter where Knox is. A fight ensues as Knox heads towards Charlie's cabin where he plans to like blow it up. While Alex is there, she must be the programmer. That must be her.
That's her.
Yeah, it's her title.
Yeah.
So she's working on reprogramming the missile so that it doesn't hit Knox's
doesn't hit Charlie's cabin.
Yes. And
because Knox was gonna blow it up.
Yes. And then Dylan's is fighting Knox on the helicopter. What's going on? Dylan is fighting Knox for whatever reason. She's really mad at him.
I would be too. She really likes him.
Yeah, she really likes him. So while Alex is while that's going on, he hit the missile.
Yeah, so the missile has been they're all on the helicopter.
Yeah.
The missile is heading towards Charlie's cabin.
Uh-huh.
But Alex reprograms the missile and it turns back around and it's about to hit the helicopter.
She's ready to go.
That they're all on.
Yes.
And Natalie and Alex are like, all right, let's go. And Dylan's like, I'm not finished here.
Yeah, she's
so right before the missile is inches away from hitting the helicopter, she has to get in one last punch. And she hits Eric Knox in the face.
Yes.
And she was like, that's her final fuck you.
Yeah.
She was like, you're about to die.
And Natalie's literally dragging her.
And like Dylan's like I'm not done yet.
I know. And then Alex is like, I'm gone.
Right. And then Alex is like, yeah, I'm not sticking around for this.
Yes.
So now they're all hopping off the helicopter at the last second,
yes.
but Knox is still on it. And then the missile finally hits the helicopter and it explodes and Knox dies.
Boom, boom, boom. That's what you get. So the girls have finally washed up on the beach and they take this opportunity to finally meet Charlie because they know he's inside the cabin. They're super excited. They enter the beach house that Knox was targeting. They look around for Charlie and they realize he's already left.
Yeah, they're all like, oh my God, we're finally about to go and meet Charlie. How do I look? Blah, 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 blah. So they enter his cabin and Charlie is gone pecan. He's like, y'all think I was going to let y'all see me?
Not gone pecan.
He is. You've never heard gone pecan?
No.
You've never heard gone pecan?
You never heard Sherry Baderi? No, I never heard.
You've never heard, oh, she gone pecan?
No. I think
You're
I thought you just made that up.
Oh my God.
Gone pecan. Welcome to the South.
Thank you. Everybody says that.
I never heard that.
That's insane to
What?
me. That's like the equivalent of you saying you've never heard of like cold drink.
Cold drink. No, I've never heard gone pecan.
Anywho, Charlie gone pecan. Like, ha ha ha, y'all really thought I was gonna stick around and let y'all see me? I think not. So they walk into the cabin. he goes, "Hello, ladies." They think it's him, but it's really just him from his like little radio.
Poor
And they're
thing.
like, "Oh, hey, Charlie," and he's like, he runs them the story.
Eric Knox was born John McCadden. It seems his life's mission was to bring me down. His father was in my Army intelligence unit. He was working as a double agent. When he was discovered, he was killed by the other side.
And then Drew Barrymore or Dylan is like, basically like, well, I guess he heard a different story.
Yeah. I'm sure his mom told a different story. And then while they're having this conversation, they're on a beach because Charlie treated them to a vacation because, you know, hard
They
work.
needed it.
And they're talking to him. They ask if they could ever meet him in person. And while they're kikiing, Dylan is looking around and she suspects that
She turns around.
Yes.
She sees a random man on the phone talking. Just standing there.
Yes, and you can see, like, she suspects that's Charlie.
She's like, yeah.
But she doesn't tell the rest of the group, and
I think the rest of them turn around too, huh?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't tell them.
I know she doesn't tell them, but I think they all just turn around. I think Natalie turns around.
Oh, I'm not sure. But Dylan's the only one that notices him, quote unquote. I don't think the rest of them.
I think Natalie sees him too.
Mm-mm. We'll see.
Whatever.
I agree to disagree. You guys tell us. Anywho, it doesn't matter. So
yes, it does.
Well, fast forward it. Let's see. So it was determined that we were both right, mainly me, but
Natalie does turn around.
She doesn't turn around to be like, "Oh my God, that's Charlie." Anywho, so they all cheers to Charlie and themselves.
Yeah, they're all at the beach having fun, drinking coconuts, mimosas. Bosley's there with them. It's a big party. They're on the beach, laughter, happiness.
They run into the ocean, and from afar, you see a silhouette of Charlie watching them as he walks off.
Yes.
And that's the end of Charlie's Angels. Woo! What a fun freaking movie, man.
You know, we didn't talk about the remake at all when talking about this movie, which
the
goes to
second
say
one?
a lot because it's horrible.
The Full Throttle?
No, not Full Throttle.
Oh, the new one.
The newer one.
I have never seen it.
Horrible.
You saw it?
Mm-hmm.
It was bad?
Yes.
It's hard
It's
to watch?
just like, it just doesn't compare. I just feel like it wasn't good. I didn't like it.
Did you connect with the characters?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. And that's where they messed up.
Yeah.
They put Kristen Stewart in there. We don't like her.
No.
And then the other two girls, we don't know them. Who are they? Never heard of them.
Fair.
Then, you know, I hate when they put a black girl in there and the black girl always light skin. I hate that trope. So they just put a black girl in. She barely looked black. That was another thing that just pissed me off. Then they don't know each other.
Oh.
So
not like that. So this is like their origin story.
Yeah,
Don't
this
like
is them. Two of them work for Charlie.
Okay.
And then the third girl, she kind of just like falls in. Like she's randomly kidnapped. And then kind of just like
Becomes
at
a
the
spy.
end, yeah, she's like kind of
It's how
like
it
helps them
goes.
out. And then at the end, she's like, I want to join, basically.
Oh. No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like.
And then Bosley was a girl. Oh, Bosley was a girl. Which, for the
Fair.
times, I was like, yeah,
Fair. Not mad. But yeah, I don't, it's hard. I think to me, I don't like watching movies where I have to watch people meet and then pretend that they're the best of friends. I'd rather you tell me they're the best of friends and I believe it. For example, Suicide Squad, the first one with Will Smith, I had to believe that they're all willing to die for each other. They're bad people. I freaking hated that movie. I was like, they don't like it. They just met 10 hours ago.
But the second one was excellent.
Great. Mwah.
But that's the same case. They all had just met.
I don't know. It just was better.
It
No,
was
you
good,
know what
though.
was? You know what was different?
What?
They didn't have to fight off a old powerful witch, and that was another thing too. I was like, I'm supposed to believe that these people who just met and just know their abilities can fight off this ancient
witch.
Yeah.
This
And the first one,
temptress.
I mean, there's a star thing, but they didn't know that's what they were doing, and whatever.
Yeah, the second one's really good.
So good.
A
And, like,
redemption.
And the
And I feel like it didn't make any money.
did
It was
not?
COVID. It was the COVID
Oh,
year.
and then like the girl with the rat girl.
Yeah.
Her story was so beautiful with her father and the rat. Literally, when she first told it, I think I started tearing up.
What was the story?
That her dad, Ratcatcher One, created
That
this.
was his name.
Yeah, created this
Ratcatcher
Catcher One.
One.
Her name was Ratcatcher too. Created this device, to talk to rats or like communicate with them, and they were saying that she was saying that her dad was addicted to stuff like drugs, and the rats were they kept them warm at night. They would like color on them and kept them warm.
Blankets.
Yeah, they were her blankets. And she was saying that her dad never was able to survive his addiction. He died. And just so sweet. And she was just like saying like the rats were always there for her. Like they were her friends and they always helped them. And
you know, it's crazy.
Family.
You're talking dog crap about rats earlier when Eric Knott said rats around his feet, and now look at you now. The rats were keeping warm.
But that's how good that story was. It made me be like, oh my god, rats are adorable. She was like, they were like misunderstand creatures. I was just like, that's so cute. Anywho, thanks guys. Oh, I do want to say, I haven't seen it yet, but go out and watch the new Little Mermaid. Give her your coins. Sure. Why you say yes?
I just thought it was really random.
Oh, I wanted to say it early because I mean this is a big event and everyone's gonna see it. And
I do want to see it though. I want to wait for the dust to settle because I don't want to be there when the little kids are there.
True that. I feel like by this weekend everyone should.
I'm gonna wait like maybe next month when it's like you can only see it like there's one showing available.
Okay,
and there's like no one in the theater.
Oh, I need to see it. Like I wanted to go see it when we were in Arizona. But apparently, Lauren and
y'all should. There will be no black people in Arizona.
Well, Sam
so
and Lauren
no one will be seeing.
Are already going to see it tonight. And I was like, oh, well, that's messed up because I literally put it on our trip notes that we should possibly go see it.
Wow.
But apparently they missed it. Lauren says, but they're planning to see it tonight. So
they're fake. I don't like them. Dump them as friends. Yeah. Don't go on the trip.
Terrible, right? I'm not going and unless we all go see Little Mermaid together. I'm not going.
Well, that's all we have for you guys.
Thanks for
Kisses.
coming.
Thanks.
Rate, subscribe, download. We love you guys.
Rate,
Bye.
Review. Watch our TikToks.
Watch our TikToks. Adios.